folkens. Jeg er så heldig å ha... What's your full name? Christian?
Christian Semlich.
Semlich?
Semlich.
Semlich. Ok. Jeg er så heldig å ha Owen og Christian Semlich her. Som har I går pratet de en helt fantastisk tale om... På en måte om... Ja, en del om sex da, og seksualitet. Jeg er så heldig å få prate med dem før de drar hjem nå. Vi sitter her på VIP-rommet på Reman Conference. I'm going to turn into English now.
All right, okay, yeah.
That would be great.
I'll tell you how much I agree with what you said. Yes.
We have, me and Morten Hake, we have written down some questions. Yeah, we're just going to do it like informal. This is for my readers, my blog in Norway. So, first of all, I mean, you have been into this since 1984, or?
85, the sexual part.
Yeah.
And teaching men probably didn't start until about the late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere around that time.
So you're not, you know, the seduction community just came to you, right? Almost.
In a way, I think we were like doing a lot of stuff before. I was introduced to the seduction community by Steve P. I didn't really know anything about these guys. I kind of ran into a few people drifted out of my life, in and out of my life, and didn't even know who they were, that they were going to be stars. Like D'Angelo sort of crossed my path a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
But I had no idea who he was or what he was going to do. To me, it was like a guy who was going to do an internet marketing thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were sort of like, this was like around 2000.
Yeah, cool. And just to get it out there, we talked just now downstairs, and then PUA term is not your favorite term.
No, to me it's pretty much the opposite of being a man. It's just
yeah.
watching Scott McKay talk about it.
That?
Well, the core, I didn't hear this term until 2006, and I read someone on the internet, I called up Steve P, and I said, what the is PUA? And he said, it's pretty much what we do, but we're not PUAs. We're not PUAs. We're teaching men how to be men. We're teaching women how to be better women. And I wrote a lot of books on the subject, created a lot of material, because I've been teaching women how to have orgasms, not so much squirting orgasms, but just orgasms, period, since about 1985, when into my future ex-wife-to-be and I were acquainted, and that's how it all started. Okay. So teaching men to me is a fairly new thing, 10 years maybe.
Okay.
But PUA, what I'm saying about the PUA thing, to me it's the mindset of it, is that I've seen a lot of guys that come to me, or that come to us, say, look, you know, how can I get this from a woman, or how can I get something? I said, you're trying to get something for nothing.
Yeah, and that's
it's like gambling.
Yeah.
And like Scott was saying, like if you want good, better women, be a better man.
Yeah.
You can never change. You can never get anything from someone without being it yourself first. And that I think is the same mindset.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. A lot of these guys are like hackers or IT guys, and they're like trying to get free. Like when people tell me, like I'm a PUA, and listen, I'm collecting pickup stuff that I'm pirating.
Yeah.
How much do you have on your hard drive? And the other guy says, I have 60 gigabytes. And the other guy says, I have 80 gigabytes. And says, do you have like this program or that program? Let's swap like baseball cards. And this is something that, look, you know, we're all spending hundreds, if not thousands of hours every year on creating these products, putting our life's blood into it. We live, we don't have day jobs, at least I don't. And, you know, these guys are like, can we get this for nothing? You know, it's like, can we swap it? Can we cheat the system? And if you're trying to cheat women, if you're trying to get, you're cheating yourself. You're trying to get something from whoever gave you that black mentality. I mean, not you, but I mean like the PUAs. And I'm not speaking for all PUAs, but some. And a lot that I've talked to at least start out with that mindset. I don't have, I'd like to. Why should she? Whoever created this mindset that women are willing to, aren't willing to give something voluntarily. It's like, yes, they want to be seduced, yes, they want to give of their femininity, but they want you to bring it out, to be the man that they want to voluntarily give it to.
Exactly.
That's my whole problem.
Huge difference.
Yes. It's a big mind shift.
Yeah, amazing. All right, what about you? Where did you meet each other? And
my story is like classic story, divorce and so on, and realizing, well, something went wrong in my life, and I didn't even see it was my black spot.
Yeah.
And so on his way to restructuring myself, I'm in Orlando, and then we started to talk and to work together, because we have some, I think, a lot of parallels in our thinkings, but I'm coming from a complete different mindset, from a complete different profession.
Okay.
So I'm working as a natural health practitioner, doing traditional Chinese medicine, doing sword arts, martial arts, working with energy, with Qi. You saw the lesson yesterday.
Amazing stuff.
And well, it's not so complicated or so difficult as it maybe seems, but it's just a mental thing. And to ask you a question about Kua, we do not like to and people are coming, oh, I want to feel that, and so on. And then I realized, okay, they are imprisoning themselves with a new form of moving. So at the end of the Tai Chi course, said, okay, now it's forbidden to do Tai Chi. Just feel the flow in your body and just feel what is going on, and then you free yourself again.
Exactly.
And whatever you do, is it Tai Chi, karate, aikido, pick up, whatever, is often kind of a new prison you build for yourself, just at another place or a little bit bigger. But
filter.
You kind of filter, right? Yeah.
So it can be smart just putting it all aside and then go with the flow.
Or just realize that that it's training wheels in the way, and training wheels in the Harley don't look too sexy.
No. I'm always saying is you find back the way to your heart, to your true emotions, and that's where women can build up trust to you, and it's all about trust. If the woman trusts you, you can do anything with her. She will follow you anywhere, and it's not about money, it's not about whatever. It's just this emotional security. That's what my girlfriend lastly said. Well, it's only about I feel emotionally secure with you. That's all. That's all I want. That's all I need. Wow. Even a red pill for me again. So.
Wow. All right. Why is it so, to both of you, why is it so powerful to master sex, basically? And why is it so attractive for girls? Why do they come? I mean, basically, no, literally also, but why is it?
Well, for once, to me, sex is always I don't want to get too woo here, but it's a spiritual experience in the sense that it breaks down. When I know I'm having good sex, when she's telling me, look, I can't tell where you end and I begin, and vice versa.
Yeah.
I can't tell them either. It's like a union. One of the things that people always talk about, if you're not now here, you switch a W, you know where. Meaning, like, if you're going out of the present moment, which is, it's very difficult for us to be in the present moment. And even like if you're listening to Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, it's one of the quickest ways to probably get as far away from the present moment because it's so cerebral. The opposite of thinking is in the now. Right here is, like, for instance, I used to do crazy stuff, having all this extreme form of ADD, and always like running in my mind. I used to do some things to calm you down, ironically, like mountain climbing and car racing. I used to race stock cars in the South, like with the good old boys, like Days of Thunder, that kind of stuff. Not quite NASCAR, but like just one level beneath NASCAR, sort of entry level. I didn't have the money to make the break or a sponsor. But it is so dangerous to do some of this stuff, or even like Formula 3 type stuff, that it forces you. You realize you can't drive that car. If you do this, the car will go shh, and will amplify every movement like tenfold. It's not like even a Corvette or a Porsche or a Ferrari. Those are like sluggish cars. It forces you to be totally focused in the here and now. Mountain climbing, the same thing. I've had a lot of close calls where I almost fell to my death several times. And it forces me, I'm so alive. I was never more alive than when I was so close to death. Now, the only other way that I know, other than short of sitting in a cave for 9 years in Tibet, is to have very good sex. And I'm not talking about the sex for people, I've done this, and a lot of guys know what I'm talking about. I think you know who you are. Masturbating inside a woman, playing porn movies, or whatever it is, fantasizing, and then you're not here. You're not there with her. When you're really connected, it shuts down the internal dialogue. It'll put you so much in the here and now that there's nothing else. There's just you and her. It opens up this something much greater than 1 + 1 is like 1,000.